Tonight, Kha Gai, chicken in coconut milk and Galangal, from the heart of Central Thailand, where a soup is built not on heat, but on perfume. The name tells you only what matters: to boil the Galangal with chicken. It would be easy to call this a soup. It is gentler than that. Kha Gai is a quiet promise that comfort and fragrance can live in the same bowl. Restaurants try to sell it as something exotic, but in Thailand, it is the most patient kind of home cooking. Coconut milk, warmed slowly. Galangal and lemongrass, bruised by hand. Nothing rushed, nothing loud. Servings 4. 15 minutes of preparation, 15 of cooking. Total time 30 minutes. 1 pound of chicken, sliced thin. 30 fluid ounces of coconut milk. 2 ounces of galangal. 3 stalks of lemongrass. 6 makrut lime leaves, the wild lime. 1 cup of straw mushrooms. 3 whole chilies. 1/4 cup of lime juice. And 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. And 1 tablespoon of palm sugar. Begin with the aromatics. 3 stalks of lemongrass and the galangal sliced thin. Lay the flat of the knife against them and press. Bruise them until the fibers give. This is not violence. It is the only way to wake the oils sleeping inside the wood. Now, half of the coconut milk poured into the pot over a low flame. Let it come only to a gentle steam, never a hard boil. The cream must stay whole, soft and white. Watch the surface tremble. Wait for it. Into the warm milk, the bruised lemongrass, the galangal, and the makrut lime leaves, torn, never cut, so the edges weep their fragrance. Let them steep. 5 minutes, no more. The kitchen begins to change. Citrus and pine and something green you cannot quite name. This is the soul of the dish arriving. Then the chicken, sliced thin, laid in gently, the straw mushrooms beside it, and the rest of the coconut milk. Let it simmer, barely. The faintest movement at the rim, no rolling boil, just warmth, drawing the chicken tender. Listen, the quiet hiss as everything settles into the pale broth. And now, the most important rule. Take the pot off the heat completely. Only then the bruised chilies, the fish sauce, the palm sugar, and last, the lime. Never let the lime touch the boil. Heat turns its brightness bitter. Off the flame, it stays alive. Taste. This is the moment Thailand calls balance. Sour from the lime, salt from the fish sauce, a whisper of sweet from the palm sugar, and beneath it all, the warm, woody breath of Galangal. 4 flavors, leaning on each other, until none of them stands alone. History and cultural origins. The name is older than any cookbook. Tom, to boil. Kha, Galangal. Gai, chicken. A sentence, really, not a title. Long before this land was called Thailand, the Thai peoples were simmering meat with wild rhizomes in earthen pots. This bowl is a memory of that kitchen, carried forward, almost unchanged. The dish belongs to the Galangal, Kha, a rhizome native to these forests, sharper than ginger, almost medicinal, with a scent of pine and pepper. For centuries it was food and medicine at once, pressed for fevers, chewed for the stomach, and dropped into the pot for its perfume. Take the Galangal away, and the dish loses its name. The chili came late. It is not Thai by birth, but American by blood. Carried across the ocean by Portuguese traders in the 1500s, it reached these shores and never left. Thai cooks took the stranger in and made it their own. The small fire in this bowl is the quiet echo of that meeting of worlds. Today, Tom Kha Gai is comfort itself. It is cooked at home when the weather turns, carried to the table for the tired and the sick, and served to strangers as Thailand's gentle handshake. It asks for nothing rare, only patience and a steady, low flame. So this is how it is served, the way it has always been eaten, ladled hot into a wide bowl, the broth pale as ivory, the steam rising with lemongrass and lime. Tom Kha Gai is the rarest kind of recipe, one that turned a handful of forest roots into something that tastes like home. It survives because it was never trying to be impressive. It was only trying to feed the people who loved it. And the table, at last, is set.